Joining me now, Kristen Welker from NBC's Meet the Press. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning, Angelina. Good to be with you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Vice President Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have announced a South Georgia bus tour starting this week. You were at the DNC last week. How do you think this will help continue their momentum after the DNC?
Well, I think that is the name of the game right now, Angelina. How can they continue their momentum? Georgia increasingly competitive with Harris at the top of the ticket after, by the way, just a month ago with Biden at the top of the ticket, they had all but written Georgia off. So it's significant that they're having this bus tour in that state now. We'll see how that plays out. But look, a couple of key things to watch. Harris is going to sit for her first big interview, we anticipate. We'll be watching to see to what extent does she distance herself from the Biden administration. At her convention address, she really didn't. She really laid out a vision that skewed very closely to what we have seen from President Biden in these past several years. And then the other big question, will she start to put some more details and fill in the blanks of her policy proposals? She's talked about her economic proposals, her vision for building an economy for the middle class. Will she start to give specifics? So that's what we'll be watching for his part. Former President Trump will also be out on the campaign trail. Key states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. He knows he's got to try to reclaim the momentum. How is he going to do it? I had a chance to sit down and talk to Senator J.D. Vance, his running mate. We talk about all the big issues heading into this home stretch, Angelina.
Since you're touching on him, too, do you want to talk about former President Donald Trump, because he has tried to make up with Georgia Governor Brian Kemp in the past few days. How do you think this is going to affect his campaign? Does it show that the Trump campaign is trying to focus more on Georgia, as J.D. Vance was in the state this past week? Obviously, you talked to Vance, but what's your feel for the strategy on Georgia and battleground states overall?
It absolutely is a sign that Trump's getting jittery about Georgia. Again, a state that he probably felt pretty confident about just a month ago. The fact that he's reaching out to Brian Kemp, he has this long feud with Kemp over the 2020 election, is significant. It's a shift. So I think you're going to see a lot of attention in Georgia, because what's happened, if you look at the polling, is that Vice President Harris has opened up multiple pathways to winning the nomination. It's not just about holding on to the all-important blue wall anymore. She's opened up potential possibilities throughout the Sun Belt, and Georgia obviously front and center in that fight.
Thank you so much, Kristen, for joining us. Meet the Press airs at 10 right after 11 Alive Weekend Morning News.